Hello and welcome to Studio Cafe 315. I'm Rosanne Perla, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator.
Hello.
Welcome. I see there's two people on. I am making 2 cards tonight, and then we will play bingo. I will finish by 7:30 to start bingo. If you do not have a bingo card, message me on Facebook. You can do the link that I have below once I put the description up. I do bingo now once a month, and this is about mid-month, just celebrating my customers and viewers, and it's a lot of fun, and I give out a $5 rewards to your account on Stampin' Up! So that you can spend some fun money. I have special cards that I send to you. I mail them to you. Or I can PDF it. If you had contacted me, earlier today, and I would have emailed it to you. So if there's any newbies, anyone interested, once a month, it's our little celebration party time. And you can craft along with me. I do post on my Facebook page. Usually I'm trying to do that right before or the day before what I am doing. If you don't have this set, you can purchase it. I will have all the information below in the descriptions and all of the supplies as well as measurements for these 2 cards. Okay, so I started by making a template of the jar. Okay, I made one thin one and one thicker one, and I'm going to line these up, and I'm going to adhere them with glue so that I have one thick one. And the reason is you can actually take the stamps then and stamp the set in whatever colors you want, 2 different colors, and then you can just stick your piece in your, and I do it this way. You stick it right in here, and you can do both pieces and die cut them at the same time, cut them out, punch them out. And I love the punches because you don't have to have the die cut machine, which most of my customers don't have a die cut machine. A couple of them do, but a punch, can run about $23, $28, whatever it is. And you can get a lot of use out of it with one stamp set. This is a bundle. You save 10% by buying them together in a bundle. That's what a bundle is called. Okay. So I did, for the lid alone, because I couldn't stamp it in silver, I used the specialty paper, and it's a 1/2 inch, and I just went down and did a bunch of silver lids. I did the same thing with the Country DSP. This is if you want a different, if you don't want to stamp the lid. The Country Woods DSP. So it has this side, the wood color, or this side, wood color. So I could use that as well. And then I have white ones that I have, and these can make nice canisters as well. I've seen them done in DSP, florals, all sorts of things. Let's get started. I have everything cut out. Most of it's stamped. So I am going to, I don't know if you saw this, it's 1/2 inch DSP or silver or gold, whatever you like. So for this card, I have everything in the envelope ready to go. We are going to decorate the back. I'm sure we'll have enough time. I made it into a coffee bean jar. This, so I have all my little pieces, and I'm going to adhere them down. And I even stamped ahead of time. I will tell you the colors I've used and what I used. So I used a white cardstock. And since I have done 61 videos, I'm not going to cut the cardstock in front of you tonight. I feel that if you don't know that, you can go back and check and find out, you know, the sizes and everything, but they will be written below, and I will give you a little bit of help with that. And if you have any questions, you can message me, email me, go to Facebook and message me. So the dotted circles paper is the DSP 6x6, and this is Coastal Cabana. I have not used Coastal Cabana at all. I can't remember if I've ever used it. So I am using it tonight. Grabbing my Stampin' Seal and my little non-sticky mat. I don't want to do that on there. If you are new, we have a lot of fun here. You can craft along with me, or, you know, if you have a kit or you have a set that you are working on, you can ask me questions, interact with me. I lost somebody. Okay. So this is the 2020. Yeah, this is Coastal Cabana. So this is not the 2025. It is the Brights. Yes, and it's from last year, 2024. They have all new designs. So they do have the Brights, the Regals, the whole sets, but they have them all in a little bit different design. Okay, so I have this. Oh, this card is going this way. Sorry. And that's going to go there. I have, oh, the punches. I have the brand new punch. The 1 7/8. It just came back in stock. It sold out right away. And they got it back in. I think it took maybe a month. I'm not sure. But you can now go to the website and you can put yourself on a waiting list if there's anything out of stock, and they will email you. Just make sure you selected that you want notifications. And then I have a 1.5 inch. I'm not sure if they have the 1.5 inch. I had this one previous to coming to Stampin' Up, so I have that one. And I thought that would look really nice like that. And I cut out with the window sheets. So it's acrylic backing, and I put dimensionals on the back there, and I put a little bit of glue so you can barely see the glue. And I made these, I did the jelly bean candies or whatever you want to call them, and I made them into coffee beans. and I stamped these in espresso, early espresso. Couldn't remember the first word. And I'm going to put this here. And I wanted you to help me choose which lid should I use. Should I do, I don't think I want, I thought the wood lid. I don't want this lid. It's okay, but it's not the look I'm looking for. I think I like the silver. Tell me what you think. Okay. And I'm really liking that silver though. I am going to stick this down with dimensionals, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to move this down a little bit and put it here somewhere. Okay, or maybe here. This I used the, I have them all written down in case I forgot. I used the Dotted Circles 3D embossing folder, and it really comes out really nice. It's very raised, and the other side is really indented. That's why it's a 3D one. I did a full sheet of this, of the folder, and I figure I can use this for 4 different cards or little add-ons. So I really love this. And I am going to use the liquid, mono liquid glue that we sell. All of my adhesives are adhesives that we do sell. When I have events, I give, usually in the pack of items, I will give you a mono adhesive glue as part of a thank you and an event swag, we call it. Gifts that are swag. Okay. I want to make sure I don't have any adhesive when I touch this, and I might use tweezers at this point so that I don't. Just want to stick that down without crushing these. Okay. I am going to put dimensionals. Dimensionals are these 3D foam little pieces. And it's looking like I am at the bottom. And you use all of this, so I am going to use all of these. I'll show you. What I do is I cut in between. They're little hexagons normally. So these are the edges, and you don't put these to waste. They are totally good to use. So I'm going to put a few on there. If this is your first time watching me, thank you. You can go to some of my other videos and check those out and get all of the information, my Facebook page, etc. I'm just eyeball centering this, and that's good. Okay. This as well, I am going to use my tweezers, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. if you get your fingerprints on there, and they're gummy, which mine aren't right now, I'm not going to use, well, I could use it. It will stick. I was just going to use adhesive on the back where it doesn't show. And I doubled this so you have 2 of them. Okay. So it gives it that look. And the next card is going to be totally different. So let's put it right there. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want the lid sitting up. This, has to be a little bit. Treat for you. And then I have some coffee beans. Again, they're so tiny, but so cute. And these are from Latte Love. The die cuts of Latte Love. And unfortunately, Latte Love is sold out. It was available, I think, it was an online exclusive that came out the year before, and then it was available last year. So they kept it going. Oh boy. I bet you didn't expect one there. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside a minute. I'm going to put this over in my pile of cutouts that I have. When I cut them out, I try to cut out a whole bunch. Every month I send my customers a card, and I think this might be the one. Now, we don't sell this, but it's a Jelly Roll pen, and it is white, and I wanted to make the foam of the milk, or milk froth. And I have a card set. It was from Card Club last year, and I'm going to bring it back and use my leftovers. I absolutely love coffee. One of my team members and very good friend posted today on Instagram, when you go to sleep at night and that's all you can think of is waking up to have your coffee the next morning. And going with the theme of the dots, and I actually did this, my card club, I did these dots. I don't use this Jelly Roll pen often. Papermate makes some too. So, let me see if I can get this a little bit more white, but that's good. So cute. And I actually tied a little, I'm just going to put one there and maybe one more bean. I don't want it tipping. So everything else is tipping. The lid, this. I'm going to put one more bean there, and I'm going to put a little tie on there, and I'm going to tie, let me see what I have here. I have Baker's Twine Essential Pack. I don't know if that's still available. I didn't look it up. I'm just going off of I could do the blue, none of those, no. I'm gonna do this color. I don't think I have anything else that would go with this. So I am going to make a little bow. And instead of tying it around the, which I've done before, actually tied it around the little cup handle. You can even wrap it if you wanted to. That's it. That's how I did a bow. I don't do bunny ears. I see people that do bunny ears. And I need this one to be tiny. I think that's a good size. Maybe even a little bit smaller. You're probably saying, is it worth it if it's that small? Yeah. Okay. And I could even put it up here if I wanted to. And then trim it. So that's basics of a bow. Tightening. And trimming. I don't know if I need it there. And this had a little slit in it, like you could put a spoon. They have a spoon for the die cut. So if you find those die cuts, it's Latte Love is the stamp set. I think the die cuts were close to it. And I could set it up here if I wanted. A little treat. I'm going to put it down here with the mini dimensionals. These are the minis. So that's how they come. They are 6-sided hexagons. I think I'm on a bump. Let me get a non-bump area. The only thing is once you put them down, usually 9 out of 10 times it's hard to get them up. Okay. There we go. And I don't like it there. So I'm going to take it off again. And this is creating. I spend a lot of time designing and figuring out what I want, where I want it. Do I want that there? No. So I'm going to put it over here. Okay, with a little glue dot. My dots are out of their box. They've been out for a while. So what I do is I will take one and roll it up because this is so tiny. I'm going to put it on the back there and glue it on there without covering up the writing. Right there. Okay, and then I'm going to add my last bean. If I didn't lose it, I didn't lose it. It's here. A little bit of glue. And these have a little bit of dimension to them. I don't know. Both sides do. So, I don't know if you can notice that, you know, from on screen. I realized when I create something or someone creates something for me, it's a lot better in person. So there is card number 1. a little treat for you. I'm not going to add any other things to it. I could have added another bean there if I wanted to, but that's enough. The inside, a little treat for you. What could we stamp in the inside? I didn't go over the stamp. I jumped right in here. We have happy birthday, miss you bunches, a little treat for you, sweetness, love, luck, party your way. Send a little, and then you would put love, luck, send a little party your way, sweetness your way. Or you could just leave it like that and maybe put a piece of DSP, the scrap, in there. Hi, Sharon. Ivory paper? No, no ivory paper. It's white. Okay. So you could do that. I don't really like the other side. It wouldn't really go with this. But it's white and it has a white background. So I kept everything white. Okay. And this is silver. That's the silver DSP specialty paper. And I used the Jelly Roll. Okay. So you can do that. Let's stamp. A little treat for you. And I can't really do the beans. They wouldn't really come out. Or you know what? I can use this DSP. Let me do that and just decorate it with that. And I didn't really think of anything to put in the inside. A little treat for you. Thinking of you. There's a lot of other stamp sets I have that I can use. I haven't done this in so long, I forgot to put the glue on this side. I was going to do it on the paper. And what I do is I move it as far over as I need to, and just under that crease. And this glue is excellent. It really adhesive. It really seals it very fast. Gives you just enough time to move it a tiny bit and line it up. And what you do is you turn it over. You take your snips. They call these scissors snips. And they are very sharp. When I got these, probably a little less than a year ago, I had some scissors and these were really good. I was like, whoa, need to be careful with these. Okay. There we go. Move the scraps over. And we have card number 1. We have one more card to go. This was the little bit harder one. I hope you like it. That's card 1. So pretty. Card 2. A lot of fun. This set is a lot of fun. When I saw it at, so this one, I already did the envelope. I stamped it with luck. And this is a wishing luck card. You might think of St. Patty's Day, but it isn't. It can be anything. So I did all the stamping ahead. So this one should come together very fast because we have a little bit of time. Again, this is an A2 standard card. Got a little glue on that. And what would you use a good luck card for? Wishing someone luck. Maybe a new job. They're going away. Maybe they're leaving their job. They were a colleague of yours. This paper, all of this is available. It is awesome paper. I'm going to just show you this real quick. It is, I only use 6x6 papers on these. It's full of life. It's called DSP 6x6. When you normally a 6x6 pack has 48 sheets. This went with that friend stamp that I love, that I did a card. It's on my business page, and look at two-sided. There are 8 different designs. So two-sided times 2 is 16 different designs. So much you can do with these. I just love the brightness of these colors. One other technique that I want to tell you is always save the little card backing that goes with your paper, whether it's 12x12 or 6x6, because right here it gives you all of the coordinating colors. So I was able to go through my colors, and even though garden green wasn't on here, I did use garden green as one of the colors. I used granny apple green, and I used lemon lime twist and garden green stamping, all in the green family. So they all blend together. But isn't this neat? So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could use rainbow. I just lost my paper here. I don't want to lose that. So there are 8 sheets. There's 6 of each sheet of this paper, and it is available, in case you were wondering. This ribbon is the only thing that isn't available. I had a choice. This is the new ribbon. Okay, it is called it's border ribbon, and it's very pretty. It's a darker green and then a light green on this side. Very, very pretty. I will be using this for Christmas, but it went with the turtley awesome, the turtles that came out in May. Shaded spruce and soft sea foam. Really, really pretty. I almost used soft sea foam on this, but I'm going to use this side. And this is layering, like figuring out what you want and not just leaving the card empty, but actually having layers so it looks really, really good. And these are just 1/8 of an inch, well, it goes 1/4 of an inch down, but leaving 1/8 of an inch border on each side. And then I did this 3.5 by 3.5, and then 3.25 by 3.25. I was trying to decide, did I want to do dimensionals here? I don't. I'm going to, let's stop there. Get up here on this. And yes, I left a smaller border on the bottom. I'm actually going to slip this underneath. I forgot. I'm going to cut it. Let me get my spatula here. Sometimes you just need your spatula. Either that or dental floss. You know, dental floss works really well. And I'm going to cut this a little more than half, like a tab. Little technique here. Let me put adhesive on there. Lining it up on that corner, okay? And this is gonna go here, but after, because I stamped this, secondary stamp. So I stamped off on, I did a lot of stamping off. And I tried these different colors. I tried Shy Shamrock, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Lemon Lime Twist. And so I stamped off to make these. So the secondary stamping, I call it. So that is how I got that. But I need to put this ribbon on. And I'm going to put it on the top of the lid with a teeny bit of adhesive. Now for ribbon, this is probably the best adhesive to use. I'm just going to stick it on there. That should be pretty good. And then okay. Just figuring out where I want it to go. Okay, so that's stuck down. And now what I'm going to do is add adhesive. So if you ever wonder, now this frays a lot. I didn't try to burn the edges. I do have wax. You can get wax for your ribbon. So I just wanted to add a touch of sparkle. I did do these in Wink of Stella, and this is all garden green, all the stamping. And I don't know if you can see the Wink of Stella sparkling there. Okay, I do love Wink of Stella. She appears almost every week on one of my cards or one of my even scrapbook pages. It depends. So I am going to put dimensionals on this. I am a dimensional girl. I love dimensionals. I actually had the dimensionals all in the pack there. Right in my envelope with my kit. So I didn't need to cut those, but that was a good tip. Let me see, will that sit nice? Do I need more? No, I think I don't need more. 5 is enough. Sometimes I put on a ton of them. Okay. And yeah, we didn't do the lid yet. I know. I'm going to put a dimensional there. And it says, sending a little luck your way. So what I did was I stamped sending a little your way. And then you add the middle word in there. And I wanted to do luck. I mean, you could do St. Patty's, but I didn't. And I also put Wink of Stella on this. It's very subtle. And it is just a pen. I know my sister's on, and she thought that I was making up the whole thing about Wink of Stella. So what you do is you shake it, you squeeze it, and you touch up all the way around with it. Okay. I didn't put any adhesive on the back here of this, but that's okay. I'm not going to try to do it now. This is going to go up here. Did I already choose my lid? I didn't. So I was going to do, I think I didn't want to do the silver. I was going to do the wood lid for this one. I could put it right on there on this one, or I could have it sitting up sitting to the side where the shamrocks are coming out, you know, because I have the light colored shamrocks. I made them come out like that. I don't know if I like the lid there or having it maybe like this. I think I'm going to have it like that. I love my envelope. And you know what? You get a little smudge. Today I was in an accountability group, and you know, he said, you do not have to be a perfectionist. You know, just do what you normally do, and it's okay. And I want you to know that that's okay. Oh, this is the oopsie side. I put the luck up too high. So you turn it over and you use your other side. And then if you use your other side and you still don't like it, and it won't show, nobody knows. And all of my friends and customers, they know, oopsie side. It's okay. You know, we are handcrafting here. Okay, how pretty. Pretty. Okay, I'm going to add some of these. They no longer have these, but there are, and they are called, you can find them on the secondary market. It's like this stuff. No longer have that. They are transparent adhesive back dots. I checked, but there were some others. There are a lot of different ones you could use. You could use gold on here. And I'm just going to put a few on there. I wanted to do the different colors of the greens. And I am going to use my Pick Me Up tool. And we're only doing 2 cards tonight, so this is it. And so start getting your bingo card ready. I don't know how many bingo players there are. And I'm going to put 2 different colors. Usually I don't. I usually stick to, and I think that's enough on there. I got to glue this down though. And I'm going to put a little glue dot on there as well, because I'm not sure. Adhesive dot on there. My mini. And if you want to stay on and you don't have a card, you can stay and watch and see how we play bingo. And maybe you'll join us next month. And maybe you'll stay on and keep joining us. Okay. So again, sending a little luck your way, and I would put congratulations in here and stamp congratulations, which isn't in the stamp set. But I have a lot of sentiment stamp sets, and I'm sure you do too. And you could have also stamped congratulations. I just did it that way. This is very, very pretty. If you put a piece of cardstock over this and you put it in this way, so the flat side is on that side, you usually can get away with not having to hand cancel it and put it in, or not have to put it through the mail at all and just give it to the person personally. You know, I always decorate the front too and write the person's name on it. So there we have it. Clean up. I have the good luck card and my passion for coffee card. A little treat for you. I am going to continue this this week, and I will be making shorts with a couple of other cards with this sweet treat set. I do love these punches. I highly recommend them. If you do not have a machine, invest in these punches. They are awesome. I have quite a few of them. I do have the machine though. I have both machines. But just right now, I'm nursing an injury, and I have a tendon problem. So I am, let me try to do this like this. Let's see. I am taking care of my my fingers, so I'm not using my machine, but I'm able to use my punches. How's that? That looks good. Okay, get ready. I'm gonna grab my playing cards for bingo. I have 3 watching, and we are going to play. Is everyone ready? Write it in the comments. Let me see if there's any other questions while I'm waiting for everyone to get ready for bingo. Okay, you need help ordering this. Fantastic. I will help you. There is a feature on right on the website, and I can now create an order and put in the items you need, and then I send it to you. It goes to you, and you can take off things that you already have, and you can pick and choose what what you want to spend, what is in your budget or whatever. Say you're only spending $35, then you just take off the things and just do the necessary things. Or if you're just getting the bundle, you get the bundle. A great thing about playing bingo is if you win the $5, you can put that towards your order. And thank you, and I will get that to you, Sharon. You are on my customer list. If you're not on my customer list, go to the my link for the shopping with me on the website, and you can go directly there, and that link should give you me as a demonstrator. You would see it up on your page, and yeah, so that's fun. Lots of fun. I know you like the cone flower too, Sharon. I'm going to go back to the cone flower and do a set of cone flowers. I have 1 or 2 cards, and I'm going to do a whole set. A whole set for me is 5 cards. So I like to do 5 cards. And if anyone would like to host a gathering, it can be a virtual gathering. I am a virtual crafter, but I can do in person in the central New York, upstate New York, from like Rochester, Syracuse, Utica area. I am going to Albany in August, so I can do that too, but we can do virtually anywhere in the country. And I can do a really good virtual live with a Zoom where we would be crafting and you would be making the things. I would send you the items ahead of time. And, it can be a one-on-one as well. I love one-on-ones. I do one-on-one crafting. And I do crafting, you could just invite 2 friends or 1 friend. We've done that too. And it's a lot of fun. The smaller parties are nice. If you don't have to have 10 people, but if you have 10 people, you have 20 people, that's fine too. Check out the kits. The kits are great.